Sarah Palin felt powerless after a 2017 New York Times editorial incorrectly linked her to a mass shooting 6 years earlier. That is what the prominent Republican testified at her defamation trial Thursday, where she likened the newspaper to the biblical giant Goliath and herself to the underdog David. Before both sides rested their cases, the former Alaska governor and 2008 Republican U.S. vice presidential candidate told jurors in Manhattan federal court that she was mortified after the editorial appeared to connect her to inciting murder, saying, quote, "It was devastating to read, again, an accusation, a false accusation, that I had anything to do with murdering innocent people." Under cross-examination by a Times lawyer, Palin, however, struggled to provide specific examples about how the editorial harmed her reputation, while saying that things changed and many people thought less of her. Her testimony, which lasted about 3.5 hours over 2 days, followed testimony by James Bennett, a former Times editorial page editor and also a defendant in her lawsuit. The June 14, 2017 editorial he oversaw referred to an Arizona shooting 6 years earlier, where 6 people were killed, and then Democratic U.S. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords was among those seriously wounded. Bennett added language drawing a link between the Giffords shooting and a map circulated by Palin's Political Action Committee that the editorial said put 20 Democrats, including Giffords, under crosshairs. Bennett said he never intended to blame Palin or her Political Action Committee in the disputed editorial, which addressed gun control and the growth of incendiary political rhetoric. Palin faces a high legal bar to win in a trial that tests long-standing legal protections for U.S. media against defamation claims by public figures. Closing arguments are scheduled for Friday.